I hit so bad. Big Stevie Cool made a separate vid about it. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. And here today, we are talking about Benny's Last Stand. And for me, it was absolutely horrendous. Now, I will talk about, well, it would have already been talked about in the review, but let's just talk about it right here. Separate vid. Let's call a spade a spade. Benny went out like a little bitch. I'm sorry to burst anyone's bubble. He went there to kill Tommy. He had it in his head that Tommy was the man that did it. And what's he go with? A little pocket knife. This is a guy who is like top man in the mob, right? When would Tony Soprano want someone dead and confront them with a little pocket knife and get stabbed by it? I thought it was like one of the weakest deaths this show's actually had. This Benny character had potential, considering the fact, we weren't long away for the spin-off. I would have liked to personally have seen Benny in Power Book 2. I see no reason why Benny couldn't have been in Power Book 2, to be honest. Like, obviously, in the later episodes, Vincent does get wiped out and pretty much his entire crew, but you look at Benny here and it's like, what is the excuse for Benny not to be, like, kept alive? Like, and I can accept, right? It was like the shittest fight ever. He confronts him with like a 1-inch blade, right? Which, yeah, can still get the job done, I guess. Well, 1 inches, maybe we need to fire a couple on. Nobody with a 1-incher can get the job done, right? But in this case, Benny whips out his knife, he confronts Tommy. He could have just went with a gun. Why would he go with a knife? Like, it would have made much more sense if he goes with a gun. Tommy, like, punches it out of his hand, then he whips out the knife and they have a struggle. But he actually goes with a knife. And it's like, at this point, he knows Tommy. He knows he's a fucking, he's known in New York. He's killed people, man. Why run the risk of dying? Like, yeah, you're avenging your cousin, but it's like, yeah, go in with the upper hand. It's like, it's his last stand, and that's the way he goes out. Like a little bitch. And man, honestly, I never really understood why it was so bad. Like, I watched this episode, probably like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a bit less than that. And this time later, I've had to like look at it and deal with it. I just can't get over how like poor of an attempt it was. And then I was like questioning like what's Tommy done with the body, and then obviously we do get like the flashback episode with Tommy that shows him like he's drag it and then fuck it, remove it. But again, it's like he's trying to avenge his cousin. He's a mob boss. He's not just in the mob. He's like a mob boss, and this is the way he deals with it. Honestly, jabroni, absolute jabroni. Everything about this for me sucked. It was garbage. I just think when it comes to power, I think another problem with this is though it's like they want to protect the Tommy Egan character. Like they want to overbook him. And Jesus Christ, did they overbook him here? Like I get it. It's just a one-on-one struggle and anyone can realistically get beaten them. So it's like it's not, but for me it's like it's not like how much more better would it have been? I mean, I know the episode where the rest of the show played it, they couldn't have done it potentially, but I mean, just change the writings. Like it just makes better. Like, could they not have got into a bit of a struggle? Like he still confronts him about it, and like they're fighting in his apartment or something, and Tommy falls out the window, or Benny falls out the window, and like they fall down like the stairs, and then like they live to fight another day. One of them. Could that not have happened? But no, it didn't. Makes Benny look incredibly weak. And I'm not saying they did like a masterful job of building this guy up like throughout the show, but at the end of the day, man, it was mince. Can't lie, can't dispute it. It was fucking dog shite on a stick.